Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to the Dangerous Mind Academy. All right. Welcome back. And we got a pretty interesting topic to talk about today, and that is the fear of success phobia. Okay. And what does that mean? Or more importantly, what does that mean for you? All right. So let's just start here. Fear of success phobia. Okay. Otherwise known as achieve me phobia. And some call it fear of success or fear of failure. It's a little different, but we'll get into the difference of that, okay? And what are these? All right. So the fear of success phobia, these are debilitating mental blocks plaguing your mind, okay? These are the reasons why you believe you can't do something that someone else has done a million times. All right. That's just, to me, that's just the quickest and easiest way to sum it up. When you believe you can't do something when someone else has done that same thing a million times, that's a fear of success phobia, because that is a block in your mind that derives from maybe your past, that you've grown up knowing that you're very limited or with these limiting beliefs that now plague your mind and plague your future. All right. So it's very important to understand what this means, and more importantly, what it means for you and how you can get over these things. Okay, there's a lot of techniques and ways to get over this stuff, but a very basic way is to just understand it. Okay, face it, understand it, know your vice, and get through it. Slowly but surely. But if you're working at it, chances are you can get over that thing. You just have to make a commitment to do that very same thing that you've always wanted to do. All right. I've had this happen to me before. I've had what we call fear of failure. I remember my first fight as a professional boxer, and I trained really hard, man. My coach can tell you I trained really hard for that fight. I really wanted to make an impact, in my country and all that kind of stuff. And I remember after just 2 rounds of the fight, my legs felt like spaghetti. Like I felt like I couldn't even stand or walk or anything. Like I just felt really, really tired. And the coach at that time told me very quickly, he was like, listen, you're trying to do too much. You need to take it down a little bit. But, not knowing, being my first, performance in front of like, I don't know if it was like 4,000 people or something like that. I felt like I trained so hard. There's no way I should feel this way. You know what I mean? Because, if my opponent was any better, he could have taken advantage of that, right? And it wouldn't have been because he was in a better condition or anything like that. I burned myself out just trying to be perfect, trying to punch as hard as I could, trying to be as fast as I could. I tried to do way too much to prevent failure, okay? And that is used against us a lot in sports. Sometimes, basketball. I like to use basketball as an example. You're at the free throw line and there's like literally no time on the clock. You got fouled and game's tied. You know what I mean? We have some of the best free throw shooters miss both free throws and take the game into overtime, or if they're down by 1, they end up losing the game because they can't hit the free throws to win. That's like the worst feeling ever, you know what I mean? But the more you can understand why that feeling happens, the more successful you will be. There are ways of getting over a fear of success phobias, and what I practice, the best ways are to simulate the situation as much as you can when you're in practice. Now you're thinking, how do you simulate something? It's not the real thing or whatever. Well, you have a timer, right? So let's say you're upset because you missed that game-winning shot, or in overtime, or what have you, whatever situation is. You can practice that shot by yourself with a timer and have a penalty for every time you miss. All right, so you're running suicides, or you're doing a certain amount of push-ups, or something that you may not want to do. Give yourself that as a punishment for missing. So now you're gonna create and simulate a situation where it's like, I gotta make these shots, otherwise I'm gonna be doing 1,000 push-ups, or whatever the situation is, right? There's many other ways that I practice and I, teach in the Dangerous Mind Academy on how to get over these things. But the first thing I can say to anyone who is not working with me is you need to understand your vice. You need to face it and overcome it, because when you think it's not there, it comes up in the situations that you just simply can't afford. All right, you just simply can't afford it. All right, and getting this under control, like I said, is definitely going to pay dividends. All right, so anyway, that's the short episode. The Dangerous Mind Academy. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.